Merry Christmas to you, and thanks for inviting us in on this Christmas Day. We want to begin tonight with 6 people who were sadly hospitalized after a house fire on the east side of Indianapolis. Fire investigators tell our Jenna Webster it is never easy to see this kind of thing on Christmas morning.
There are your typical signs of Christmas morning on Beechwood Avenue. Christmas lights up on the fence, toys in the front yard. But this house behind me is likely a total loss. Firefighters were notified of the fire at this East Side Indianapolis home around 9:15 Thursday morning. An Indianapolis Fire Department battalion chief says a family of 7 was home. The grandmother says the family was asleep. She woke up to smoke alarms, the smell of smoke, and saw the porch on fire and it extending to the 2nd floor. Next door neighbors didn't want to go on camera, but a young girl says they were opening presents when she looked out the window and saw what she thought was her neighbor's car on fire. She then realized it was a reflection and the front of the house was actually on fire. IFD says a neighbor kicked the back door in and was met by the grandmother who was running out. The father realized his 5-year-old was still inside, ran upstairs, found the boy in a bunk bed, and was able to run back outside the burning home. The girl next door says they went to the backyard to give the other family blankets and robes. She remembers hearing what sounded like gunshots, but turned out to be a popping sound from power lines down in the driveway. The sound she heard, something our camera later captured. You can see the high voltage electricity on the lines as AES crews worked alongside firefighters. The fire department says 2 kids and 4 adults were taken to the hospital. 1 child is in serious condition. The other 5 are listed in good condition. But 1 dog and 1 cat did die in the fire. As of Thursday evening, 2 dogs were still unaccounted for, but 3 others were rescued by IFD. How the fire started, still unknown at this time. In Indianapolis, Jenna Webster, 13 News.
Now, about an hour earlier, firefighters responded to a fire on 34th near 30th and Dr. Martin Luther King over on the near northwest side of Indianapolis. A man told police he was using a stove in bed to cook breakfast when the bedding caught fire. Investigators say he was injured while trying to put out the fire. At last check, he is in critical condition. Tonight at 5, we're working to learn more about a deadly crash on the east side of Indianapolis. All of this unfolding around 3 this morning near 38th and Midhofer. IMPD tells us 2 cars were involved in this crash. 1 person is dead. It is unclear right now if anyone else was injured. Prominent Indiana attorney Ken Nunn has died. Nunn was known for his slogan, "Call me, it's just that easy." Back in 1967, he started the Ken Nunn Law Office in Bloomington. It's now the largest personal injury practice based here in Indiana. His law office paid tribute to his legacy, saying in a post, Ken will be remembered as a pioneer in his industry, his love of IU, and the legacy of good that he did for people around him. Ken Nunn was 85. Well, we hope you have enjoyed Christmas and your family and these temperatures. Even though we didn't see the sun, I didn't even see it at all today. No. But the temperatures, Rob, were really nice.
Mild, not bad, right? We've had some mild conditions, and I think they're going to continue at least through the weekend. Okay. So if family's going to be in town for another couple of days, they're going to enjoy some mild conditions. Good. But it's all going to come to an end at some point. It's just not going to happen immediately. 50 is where we sit currently, but look at the spread in the temperatures. We've got 40s to the north and nearly 60 to the south, and some of you did make it into the 60s farther to the south. This has been the same pattern that we've been in. This front has been parked here for what seems like 3 or 4 days. Now it meanders a little bit and our temperature moves up and down, but that is pretty much the pattern we're in and the one we're going to stay in. Visibilities have been dropping at times. We did have some fog during the overnight, not for everyone. Even had a few showers overnight, but I think as we get into tonight, a little patchy drizzle could be possible. We'll see that visibility drop just a little bit. In fact, it is a bit hazy out there, even across parts of Indy. I think we'll see those visibilities drop overnight. Could have another round of fog for tomorrow, but more clouds than anything else. And yes, don't rule out the possibility of a few areas of drizzle or light rain during the overnight. We'll call it drizzle for tonight. Temperature staying mild though, low 40s. That's our low temperature. Our average high is 38 for this time of year, 37 or 38. Tomorrow, look at this, we're back to 60 degrees. More fog is expected. Wait until you see this weekend temperature swap. We're going to go from 60s down to teens. I'll let you know the timeline of when all that's going to happen. I'll have it for you coming up in just a few, Scott. All right, Rob, we'll see you in a little bit. An Indianapolis restaurant famous for its soul food has also become known for its annual tradition of giving away free hot meals on Christmas.
Our Rich Nye takes us to Country Kitchen, where many families went home today with more than just food.
One-time hot chicken coming down.
Volunteers cooked up fried chicken, green beans, and mashed potatoes.
There we go.
For 5 hours, Country Kitchen served up a soulful Christmas dinner to anyone who showed up at the restaurant on the near north side.
We've been in the community for 32 years, and we want to give back. We want to give back to those who have supported us for all these years. It's just something that we feel like we should do.
Country Kitchen started this event 17 years ago.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
This year, the owner expects to provide at least 3,000 free meals.
Thank you.
If you can't make it out to Country Kitchen, volunteers will deliver the hot meals to you. This is where the deliveries are being coordinated.
And for the kids, coats, gloves, and socks. And toys, of course.
Okay, you pick some out of here.
Tonight at 6, see some more of the kids who went home with something to eat and something to play with on Christmas Day. In Indianapolis, Rich Nye, 13 News.
Well, the holidays can certainly be lonely for some people. So, an Indianapolis man created a tradition to bring people together on Christmas. Coffee, Donuts, and Love returned today for its 6th year after a 2-year hiatus. The creator told us he was inspired by a couple in India who would bake mince pies and then invite anyone to their shop for the holiday. So when he learned many of his own coffee shop employees didn't have a place to spend Christmas Day, Coffee, Donuts, and Love was born.
That didn't feel institutional, that felt like somebody's front room, that they were being invited in to be family and just watch the joy, maybe some people coming from a place of darkness and not being in a good place, and just watch them open up.
What a great idea. His message to everyone on this Christmas Day is to call someone in your life that you have not talked to in a while. And if you're looking to get out of your house tonight for a last-minute Christmas celebration, you've got a couple of options. Winter Lights at Newfields is open until 8 tonight. Tickets start at $25. Then over at the State Fairgrounds, Christmas Nights of Lights just opened for another night of Shining Bright. You do need to reserve your spot ahead of time for this event. They're available between 8 and 10:30 tonight, starting at $38. Indy DPW says you can drop off your real Christmas tree at designated areas starting today. Residents here in Marion County can drop off their tree at 7 designated parks. DPW also tells us all of these trees have to be free of any ornaments, tinsel, lights, and decorations. This service is available for you through January 31st. Now, anyone caught illegally dumping their tree could face up to a $3,000 fine. We've got a list of locations right now. Just go ahead and go to WTHR.com.